Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Dave.
And I'm Gretchen.
And today we're going to be continuing to paint Shadowspear. So Shadowspear is a new starter set for Warhammer 40,000 for 8th edition that is releasing Saturday, I believe.
Oh, wow. In
store Saturday, $150 US. And it contains a whole bunch of, sorry, I'm just going to look at the back here. It's upside down. A whole bunch of brand new models.
I can hear them.
I took them all off their sprues and put them in the box.
If you shake it. So just, you know, for next time you get a gift, if you shake it and it sounds like that.
Exactly, it's Shadowspear.
This is what's inside.
Indeed, indeed. So on Tuesday, we had Drew Carrington from 1 Inch Heroes join us. Ooh. Yeah! And Drew painted up painted up a librarian. That's right, the librarian in Phobos armor, which sounds pretty impressive. But he was also wearing a cool camo cloak.
Oh, that's cool.
Duster kind of thing.
I hear we're painting chaos.
Chaos, we are painting chaos today, exactly. So I started work on the Obliterator on Tuesday. So from the Black Legion, just going to throw him under there. Did a little bit of extra work at home. Get my hand behind there, get him in focus. Maybe, there we go. A little bit of extra work. I've got some photos for us to show a little bit later about some of the steps that I went through, but I knew that I wouldn't get it all done if I didn't do any work at home, so I had to do homework.
And then you set me up with a brand new one.
A brand new one.
I'm going to have to play catch up.
So I'll grab that and stick it under the close cam as well. So with that, it's all in black. So right before the show, I briefed Gretchen on the possibilities.
So many.
You can paint it as one of the legions, one of the Chaos Legions.
All of them.
Yep. There are 8 different Chaos Legions, or one of the Renegade chapters. And I think you're going to. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I was very tempted in here. There was one that I pointed out to you looked heroic. It has the same color scheme as Captain Marvel.
Oh, right,
and
okay.
Since that just came out, I was very tempted. I don't know if I have the skill set.
You can do it.
But I have the dream.
Okay. So I'm going to pop this under the close scan there as well. There we go. The Scourged. So,
yeah.
Yep. Red, patches of red and blue on the armor plates and gold trim.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you should totally do that. Excellent. We will get started. You can do it. You can do it.
Hi, everyone in the chat.
Who do we have?
We have everyone.
Everyone? Top stuff. Everyone who is in the chat is in the chat.
So we have Steve, we have James, we have Chris, we have Byron, we have Michael, who's back after a long time of not being here. So
oh, cool.
Welcome back.
Excellent.
We have Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Everyone.
Nice. It is. You're right. You were absolutely correct. I should never have doubted.
Never doubt me.
Nope. And also this time, I remembered to bring my aluminium.
Ah.
My Vallejo Model Air aluminum. No, it's minium. It's got the I in there. Tucked in at the end. But yes. So I'm just going to remember to bring that so I could mix it into some gold to give some gold highlights on these armor plates, or some like pale gold highlights there, which are pretty neat. You can.
Michael says, question for everyone: how do you store or display your minis at home?
Oh, that's a good question. I use several different methods. For display, I have a couple of old bookshelves from IKEA that unfortunately they don't make anymore. They're really big ones. They're like a foot deep and about 4 foot wide.
Oh, that's awesome.
And 7 foot tall. So you can fit a whole bunch of shelves in there and glass fronts and that sort of thing. So I have those for display. And then for everything else, they either sit in Games Workshop figure cases, battle foam figure cases, cardboard boxes, all sorts of different places.
I have a drawer
Right.
Well,
Some minor drawers.
yeah, I have like this little gaming-centric kind of setup with an old like island thing that has a drawer dedicated to all the bits and baubles. Because most of my minis are ones that we've painted from here, so it's like the big super secret drawer of minis. Put your hand in, you don't know what you're gonna get back. Who knows? What are we fighting today?
Is that the way you DM?
That's the way I DM. I am a.
And your first level characters will be fighting a chrome dragon.
I am a treasure to DM with.
Fantastic.
Anyway.
Nice.
A national treasure.
National treasure.
So yeah, that's kind of how I have them set up. When we were at PAX Unplugged, there was this really awesome booth that had these displays that could go up on the wall, kind of like shadow boxes.
Oh, right, okay.
That were done up like dungeons, and they had magnets in them so that you could kind of almost display your miniatures in action.
Okay.
But because they were shadow boxes, they weren't in the way or anything. You could display them kind of like pictures.
Nice.
That was really cool.
I think Rick got one or two of those.
Yeah, they were. I was really impressed with it. I wanted to make some. I was like I want to buy some, but I also really want to make my own.
Right. Cool. Give some different settings. Yeah, that's neat.
See.
What about other people?
John
folks?
says, in a tub in the closet, never to be seen again. That sounds like you need to go on an adventure.
I do that too. Yep.
That sounds that sounds like we need to Marie Kondo it. Does this miniature spark joy?
They all still spark joy.
Then display them.
I would love to display them. Don't even dare to try and get down to 40 miniatures.
The shadow boxes were very easy to open. Like the top just like popped off, then you just like just pick out the one you needed. It was very Indian in the cupboard.
Cool.
So, which I can say to this group, that's my reference that everyone should get from an old film. Haha.
I didn't quite get it, but that's because I'm foreign. So.
Well, fine. I give up making references.
Yeah, you can make references. That's fine. I mean, Rick doesn't give up. He makes them references I don't get all the time.
References to things from before I was born, and then turns to me and is like, "Why don't you know?"
Why don't you know that?
I was like, "Because I wasn't alive."
I like to stream along a little bit.
Leona, Jack says, "Is this not going on YouTube? Usually watch there, but it never showed. We should be on YouTube." I don't know why.
I think we had a problem with YouTube on Tuesday as well.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Hopefully. Yep.
Maybe YouTube has a problem with us.
I mean, maybe it's another one of those Facebook issues.
It could be. I heard that was. I didn't notice that.
Right.
It didn't happen when I was online. Apparently, I'm not online enough.
Or just enough.
Oh yeah.
Some folks might look at it that way.
I like outdoors sometimes. The weather's been nice.
It's fantastic today. Very impressed.
Oh, I had the windows down. I had the radio blaring on my way over. I was singing.
I didn't put my jacket on when I left the house.
That's always a good day.
Yeah, definitely. It was good.
Yeah.
How's it going? Are you painting in the panels first?
I'm doing the bits that I think will be difficult first.
Right.
In a attempt to try to be finished at a reasonable time.
Cool.
We'll see how that works.
See how it goes.
Yeah.
Do we have any other storage or display solutions?
Let's see. Most people are saying boxes or drawers of some kind, and also you're from the Shire.
I'm from the Shire?
Yeah, you're from the Shire, according to John.
Oh. Oh, right, okay. Hey, John, how's it going?
I would dare to agree with him.
Yeah?
You're close enough.
Well, it's because John's tall.
Oh, well...
He thinks that I'm short.
You're taller than me.
I know.
You're like average man height.
About.
I don't know. All people
Maybe a little
taller than me are tall. I don't know what's the average.
I think I'm average height for like the 1920s.
I don't...
I think average height, male height now is like 6'4".
What? No.
I know, I'm joking.
I say that's more than a foot taller than me. If that was the average height, I'd be like, what? Giants everywhere.
For sure.
James says, how do you think the new obliterators would look in Thousand Suns colors?
I think they would look great. Yeah. And it depends on... Thousand Suns colors actually are pretty much like the Scourged you saw in there. The blue, maybe not as much red, but blue and gold. So yeah, I think they'd look great. So we just have a wild Leona sighting on set.
We're going to get you a mask so you could just creep whenever you wanted and still remain mysterious, a voice in the wind.
Hey everybody, it's Kylo Ren.
John says, to an ogre, everyone is a hobbit.
This is true. This is true.
Sure.
John is tall.
Y'all can all be tall and reach shelves.
Yeah. But no, I think the obliterators would be great in Thousand Suns colors. The big question would be what color you went for with the sort of exposed and mutating flesh. So maybe something a little bit more bone colored for them would be good.
I'm just having a wild time.
Wild time? Is it working?
I will not be silenced.
But yeah, so I think they'd work well. They are such beautiful minis as well. Just great, very dynamic posing. Everything's very crisp and detailed on them. They look great. And come back with a little bit more highlighting on the gold. But actually, I'll stop there for a second. When I was talking about the exposed flesh and that kind of thing on there, what I did for these, Leona and Caleb were talking conspiratorially in the booth. They're not actually listening to me at all. Oh, no. Not a problem. Do you have the photos? I sent some photos through to Leona.
Yeah, I did.
This morning. Okay, cool. If we can see those first two, we'll bring those up on the screen, and I'll show you how I got this particular fleshy color. Maybe. Excellent. Okay, there we go. So what I did after I'd finished painting all of the gold and sort of being comfortable with that, went along and painted all of the bits that were going to be fleshy with a mix of ivory and light gray, because I didn't want to go completely gray. I wanted to have some warmth, a little bit of warmth in it. Yeah. But just putting the ivory straight over the black or over the other colors I had there wouldn't have as good coverage. But by mixing the two together, I got great coverage and a very interesting sort of base color. Yeah, so I did that first, and then put a wash of the Army Painter red tone over the top of it to get the color that I have now. Cool. Thanks for that, Caleb. Excellent. So yeah, so we can see that the fleshy, nasty color there. It's similar to to what we did a couple of weeks ago on the Hate minis.
Yeah, it does kind of look like. You know what it reminds me of? Like the Mad Max War Boys.
Right. Yep. There's a very sickly kind of feel to it. Definitely. So it looks good. But with these, once I've got the rest of the tubing and the metallic sort of implants and that kind of thing, once I've got those all painted, I'll go along with some of that red tone again and paint around the edges where the flesh and the tubing meets, to have like that sort of raw, kind of infected kind of look.
That's gross.
It is, isn't it? It's totally gross.
Oh, hey, we have people.
People
One in
in
here says, "Hey, Sweet Shirt Dave," and
Thanks.
DC Cool says, "Are those the new models?"
They are the new models, DC Cool. They are from Shadowspear, which releases on Saturday. This is one of the cool obliterators, and Gretchen is working on one of the Chaos Space Marines. And painting him up as the Scourged. Primarily because it's kind of a
It's very Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Excellent.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you go and see Captain Marvel?
Not yet.
Okay.
I am excited to. I have heard nothing but fun things from it.
Yep.
And one of my friends, since I've been on a quest to go back to having blonde hair,
Yep.
Immediately contacted me after seeing it going, so you're going to cosplay, right?
Nice.
So are you going to pay for my suit?
There's been some great Captain Marvel cosplays that I've seen that look really good. But yeah, I can imagine that building that suit would not be the cheapest cosplay at all. But no, I haven't seen it yet either. Possibly this weekend.
I'm excited
do
too.
that. Yep.
I also haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse yet, which is slowly draining my life force because...
If you haven't seen it, how's it draining
I
you?
haven't seen it yet.
Oh, yeah.
I want to so bad. It's everything
okay, right.
I love and more wrapped up into one.
Okay.
And I'm so sad I haven't seen it yet.
Right, okay.
We were gonna see it for like date night, and then we didn't.
Right.
And we haven't had a chance to get out of the house and have another date night since.
Ooh. Well, fingers crossed this weekend.
Watch all of the nerdy movies in one go.
All of the nerdy movies. That'd be good.
DC Cool says, I'm going to bring out my, I can't read words, Skitari and paint while watching.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
And Carl says, God bless all the Army Painter tones. James says, Goose is awesome, which I have not seen it, but I'm a crazy cat lady, so I'm going to say yes. And Michael, yeah, I haven't seen that many movies either. I just don't go out to the movies. Like, why would I spend $40? I'll see it eventually. It'll happen.
I went and saw Lego Movie 2. Took my daughters to see that.
I heard that was also very good.
That was good. It was very cool. And it was funny that, so after having Will Ferrell as the dad in the first one, so he was still the dad in the second one, but he never appeared on screen. So, and Maya Rudolph was played the mother, which was cool. But if you do see that, make sure you stay for the final credits, the end credits, because the song that plays over that is just the best.
Does it rival the Anything Is Awesome song? Everything is Awesome?
Yeah. Yep. There's a line in it that's basically along the lines of, like, oh, we finally got to the best part of the movie, the end credits. And there's another line which is like, I walked in 90 minutes late and got to see the end credits.
I love that.
But it's a fantastic, fantastic song. My description of it does not do it justice. Okay. You get in and paint some of the silver metallic parts, which will be fun. That's a normal. What did I get out? There we go. Just step in to start working on those. One of the things about the Shadowspear set itself that I'm really excited about is there's a monster in there. There's a crazy demon engine vehicle called the Venom Crawler.
That's intense.
Yep. It looks fantastic. It's the, let me see if I find a cool picture of it. Show you. There we go.
That looks like a spider.
Yep. With tentacles and big claws. Check it out.
I'm not really about the Shelob life.
Sheila was awesome. But I want to take this model and convert it.
You say this.
Yeah.
And I have to wonder, did Australia just like rid you of any fear of arachnids?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There's no sense in being afraid of spiders in Australia.
Afraid of your death? Like what?
Well, no, not of that, but there are spiders everywhere. So I remember as a kid, one of the things we'd do after it had rained a lot, when there was lots of mud around. When I grew up, there was a lot of sort of clay soil. So we'd get sticks and get a big sort of dollops of mud on the end of the sticks, and then see how many spiders we could collect.
Wait, what? Just like, do you just like stab it in the mud and then pop it out and see if you have a spider lollipop? Like.
No. You stick the stick in the mud, swirl it around, and then lift it up. So you've got so you have like a mud lollipop.
Okay.
And then go and like pick spiders off trees or out of webs. To see who could collect the most. This is before the internet, right? I grew up before the internet.
You know what I caught
Yeah.
in the swamplands of Louisiana? You know
Right.
what I
You would
go
say,
with?
bless your heart.
Say bless your heart. I caught fireflies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because you know
Cool.
they were pretty and adorable and couldn't kill me.
Right. Well, yeah, and we didn't have fireflies in Australia to catch, so you had to.
I feel like if
We
you
had to
did,
work-
they'd still be deadly.
They would be. They would explode. Explode on contact. Or there'd be a reason why they're called fireflies.
Like fire ants.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh no, they just like catch on fire.
Also, I was attacked by fire ants once.
That's not good.
That was a defining moment of my childhood.
Not good at all.
Fun fact, don't recommend that. Spider Pokemon. Michael says,
Yeah.
Australia's not that bad. It's overstated. I've been there 4 times. Not that bad. See, I want to go there really badly. I'm terrified of spiders. I'm not letting it stop me because I have moxie.
Yep.
And that's what boyfriends are for.
Right, for killing the spiders?
For handling them. I don't care. Listen, I don't care if the spiders get dead. I care that they're not around me.
Okay, radio.
How you figure that out is up to you.
Right. Okay. So who said they'd been there 4 times?
Michael.
Michael? Cool.
It's scrolling.
Been there 4 times and not dead once.
James says, it sounds like fun. Can he join you or do you not go to Australia anymore?
Oh, join me?
Yeah.
No, I'd still go to Australia.
Australian road trip.
Woohoo!
We're going to do it.
That sounds dangerous. Given the
Wait,
large,
did we-
given the large expanses of water between here, and, not like they go to Australia with you, but I mean, they're going to Australia, but they're driving to Australia.
Do you not trust my road trip skills, Dave?
I'm doubting them at the moment. I'm not saying I don't trust them, but I'm doubting them. I'm guessing that I might fall down at the planning aspect right now. But
Jack says, fell into a fire ant nest in middle school. My left leg was coated in bites. Couldn't walk normally for days. Yeah, I was 4.
oh,
Yeah, we were on a picnic. I don't remember much. I don't have a lot of 4-year-old memories, but I do distinctly have the memory of being like, my legs are itchy. And then suddenly I knew why fire ants were called fire ants.
yep, exactly.
I recommend it for no one.
Yep. We have in Australia we have green ants.
Those sound delightful.
They're not.
Of course they aren't. It's Australia. They sound so much nicer than fire ants. Gee, green. Do they make you tea? Are they into recycling? Do they drive a Prius? No. What do they do, Dave?
They bite you, and it's pretty much like being bitten by a fire ant. The only thing is they're smaller,
Oh.
and they have green on their abdomen. Because we're pretty literal in our naming.
Just thing that kills you.
Yep. I don't know if they kill you. You probably have to take a lot of bites to be killed by a green ant.
You'll want death.
Probably.
Get bit all over.
Yep.
I'll say I've never been stung by a bee though.
Okay.
Bees are my friends.
That's good. I don't think I've been stung by a bee. I can't remember.
Chris says, I'm near the base. I only have to worry about greenheads and mosquitoes. Don't know what a greenhead is. Is that like
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes
Ooh,
are life.
mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes are just what happens.
Yeah. Still don't like them. Never have.
I don't think anyone likes mosquitoes.
This is true. That's true. Okay, when I say I don't like them, that's kind of like one of the strongest reactions you'll get from me. So if we put it on a spectrum, it's right alongside it most people's hate. It's all relative. But yeah. No, I'm hoping to get back to Australia this December.
I want to
coming
go
December.
so bad.
You should totally do it.
I got to figure out when it's not spider season. I don't want to show up. Clouds open up.
Spiders rain down from the clouds.
I hear that can happen.
Yep.
Like, I'm not afraid of the magpies. I'll fight a magpie.
Ooh.
I would rather deal with magpies than with spiders. You want to know why?
Why?
Because basic animal behavior, you can woo over magpies, and because they're corvids, after you are able to establish yourself as not a threat, because it's the same magpies nesting year after year, they'll
Right.
remember.
Okay.
That won't stop them from attacking other people, so it's everyone for themselves. Bring your best shinies and treats and
Right.
whatnot. But it's the same thing with like crows and everything too. It's a corvid species thing.
Ah.
You can actually outsmart them by giving them everything that they want, and hoping it appeases your new magpie god.
Right.
Otherwise, they'll attack.
Otherwise, not so much. Yeah.
It's a trade-off.
I remember as a kid, one of the things that we used to have to do to be able to walk to school reasonably safely
Did you?
and avoid magpie damage from magpie attacks. Not avoid magpie attacks, but we'd have like plastic ice cream containers.
You put them over your head?
Yeah, but you draw a face on one side of it, and that goes at the back because they won't attack you when
When you're looking,
at them. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
draw
That's clever.
eyes. So they were fooled, and you looked foolish.
I've never been attacked. I've been attacked by geese because geese are mean.
They are.
They are devils. They just awful. Been attacked by geese. I was chased by chickens. That was a thing.
Right.
And I have been chased by a deer.
Okay.
Because, fun fact, I can do a really good deer call.
Okay. Now you know.
Now you know. Gretchen, for all your deer call needs, if you're a hunter. And I was, before I worked here, I was in college, I was going to go to work with wildlife, right? So I could do that. And I was with my brother, and my brother's an avid hunter, and we were riding in the car, and we saw a 8 to 10 point buck in the distance. Big old proud Bambi dad looking buck.
Right.
And my brother rolls down the window, and he's like, man, that's a big buck. And it was rutting season, so they're all insane. So I said, yeah, hold on, roll down the window, I'm going to do a deer call. And I did it.
Yep.
And I don't know if the buck wanted to fight me or something else that starts with F.
Right.
But the buck came towards the car.
Friend you.
Friend me. Is that what they're calling it these days?
I think it's befriend. Befriend you.
But the buck started coming towards the car very aggressively.
Right.
And we had to like quickly roll up the window and go, go, go.
Go, go.
So yeah,
That's funny.
that was a fun time.
You guys want to check out some minis?
Yes.
Yes.
Now that we've heard that story.
Please. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at some minis from that have been posted in the Painting Happy Little Minis group since Tuesday. So I know we've had a few there. Obviously, there weren't many posted yesterday. with the wonderful Facebook issues. So, oh yeah. Oh, Michael Ball, Wisconsin Gnome Druid. This looks familiar. Did we see this on Tuesday? I think so. Those look cool. I love the basing.
Yeah.
I was going to say the basing, yeah. We're particularly focused on basing now after last week. But yeah, the different textures. Cool. Nice stuff, Mike. Yeah. We did see this on Tuesday. Doesn't make it any less cool.
I wasn't here on Tuesday, so it's all new to me.
Oh, you knew. Excellent. Yep. Henry.
Oh, that's rad.
It is cool, isn't it?
That looks so cool. That looks like it came straight out of the anime.
Yep. Oh! No!
I have been...
I think we've been abandoned. We have nobody at the switcher.
Do you know how to make a Caleb call?
I haven't learnt that yet. I can work on it, but
Oh my god.
I'm not sure. So apologies for that.
Oh, shoot. Okay, do the deer call, mating call, deer call. I also vote for the deer call.
You're going to have to do it. Just to fill time before Caleb comes back and returns us to full
They
screen.
don't bring him back. All right,
Because
all right.
he had to leave
A deer
in
call.
the-
Well, you know, Rick's on here, so I'm unsupervised, and Dave said to do it, so.
Sure. Blame me. Go for it.
Caleb, I was about to do a deer call.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we don't have any photos for this week.
Okay.
That's
That's
okay.
cool.
Terribly sorry about that.
No worries.
We've
Not a
been
problem.
interrupted.
Caleb. That's cool.
Am I still supposed to do the deer call? That got really dramatic.
Wait until Caleb puts the headphones back on.
Oh yeah. And
There
then
we go. Now you
okay,
can
and now I'm supposed to do it. All right. Deer call. Ready? Don't make sure no windows are open. You're not like suddenly gonna.
Cool.
It's a bleat.
Really? Is that how they do it? That's amazing.
Yeah.
I would have said that could call any number of beasties.
Well, like goats and stuff, they're the
Yep.
same. Like if they're in the same family. But
Okay.
if you go out, particularly in rutting season,
Right.
they're all like super hopped on hormones. So if you bleat, all of the big buck deer are like, are you like a little deer?
We'll come running and say hello.
Or hello is probably nice.
Right,
A
yep.
nice way to put it. Or if you take a napkin
Right.
and you flick it,
Yeah.
it looks like the back of a tail.
All right. Okay.
They don't like that either, fun fact, because that's kind of like a challenge.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, if you're an avid hunter and you go out,
Bleating.
take this video, bring it up on YouTube, fast forward to this specific part.
Nice.
That's horrifying.
Yep. That is horrifying.
It's really scary. You want to know how I can do that so good? That's a different story.
Okay. Let's go.
I can do
In
that.
for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah. I can do that so good because when I was but a wee lass in Louisiana, my parents had friends that had a farm, and my sister was friends with their daughter,
Right.
but I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So they put me in the goat pen, like to make sure
Like
I didn't get
regularly?
lost.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would bleat to the goats.
Right. That's funny.
That's your fun fact. I was
Nice.
raised by goats.
I'm not going to say it shows, but but there we go.
This is going to get shared as that episode Gretchen makes a deer call. Got me an $18 tip whenever I was waitressing, though.
Okay. Nice.
Nicole said, I would love to travel to Australia if it weren't for the fact that I would die from heat stroke. My body is built for Norwegian cold.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
I can't deal with the cold.
Well, if you go during an Australian winter, it might be just like a Norwegian summer,
Yeah, see, that works.
except for the sunlight, the amount of sunlight. The temperatures would be the same,
Let's see.
but the amount of sunlight would be quite different.
I need sunlight. I need warmth. I have a friend who's in Hawaii right now,
Okay.
and I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do a painting Happy Little Mini special in Hawaii.
That would be awesome.
Luau edition.
Yeah.
Fund
Awesome.
us.
Yep. We should definitely do it. We'll talk to Rick about
Goat lass, goat girl. I need that on a shirt.
Goat Girl.
That's a, if I
Raised,
am known for anything, it will now be known for
raised by goats.
Yeah, raised by goats.
I'm sure that there is a T-shirt that says
Raised in a barn.
raised by goats.
I love goats so much. Like, they're the cutest. They're little rascals.
They are.
It shows because all of my animals are obnoxious. So I just
And because of your love of goats.
I just love obnoxious animals. They make life interesting.
Hi, yes, I'd like to adopt this dog. Does it behave like a goat?
Funny, that's the exact question.
Nice. How's it coming along?
So I have a lot of the red coming in, and then I'm going to go with the blue, and then I'm going to try to make it all look nice and pretty. And then hopefully it'll work out really well, and then I can go in with the gold with a delicate touch.
Right, yes.
And not mess up any of the nice fine details.
Right. When you do get to the gold painting, I'll show you a little trick here quickly.
I lick my brush?
Lick your brush.
Okay.
That's the trick number one. Trick two is use the side, like paint on the side of your brush, rather than painting like that, where you have to sort of be very particular about the edge you're getting. You still have to be fairly particular, but if you do it from the side, you are
teaching me how to cheat.
okay. So if the let me do a quick sort of explanation painting here. So if the surface is kind of like this, and this is the little gold trim around the edge, when you come in and paint from an angle, you're only painting at that angle there. So you're not risking coming in like this and getting it down the side, or spilling over onto the base there. So that's what I would recommend as a trick.
I'll see if I can
when
do
you get
that.
there.
See what I can accomplish. Can accomplish things today,
Nice.
guys.
You can do
Byron's
it.
fainting goats are awesome. I like Nigerian dwarf goats and those like really tall giant goats because they're the size of miniature ponies, and that's terrifying, but also adorable.
Right.
Because goats.
And if you put them together, like the tall goats and
And the wee goats.
the wee goats, the tiny goats, it's funny.
It is hilarious.
Yeah.
I kind of want like 3 like cute little tiny Nigerian dwarf goats, and then I want one really big goat.
Okay.
Like a little herd, and then just one big goat.
Right. This one's the leader.
This is my guard goat. This is my watch goat.
Nice.
Protects all the other goats.
That's funny.
Painting Mini Studio says SOS, 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 SOS. I don't know why.
No. Did you have your headphones on and it was turned up really loud when Gretchen did the bleating from Mini Painting Studio? Tell us, Josh. Is that how it worked? Quite possibly. But,
I don't know. There is plenty of warning before that bleat.
There was. So it should be okay. It's going to scare somebody, though. It surprised me. It didn't scare me. It surprised me.
Carl says, just so everyone knows, Nebraska is currently closed for business. Moose out front should have told ya. Moose are so much bigger than everyone thinks they are.
Yep.
Dave says, Mini Studio says, Dave, do you think with the new CSM changing to more so just chaos? Or do you think we will see other armies coming to chaos units, like the new chaos origins, etc.
Horns. Okay.
Man, that's a poorly written sentence, but I said it anyways.
Yep, you managed to make it all the way through. Do I think there'll be new units added to the Chaos Space Marines? Yeah, I think there will be. So the models that are in the Shadowspear box, for example, there's the Chaos Space Marine sort of standard troopers, like the one that Gretchen's painting, and they're the Obliterators, like I'm painting, which are both of those units existed in the previous incarnation of Chaos Space Marines. But there's the new Venom Crawler, there's the Master of Possession is the character. I have a feeling that following on from something like the release like the Gene Stealer Cult, where they released like 7 or 8 different characters, I think there'll be quite a few characters or new character types. So the Master of Possession, they showed a very cool model that was shown off at Gamma earlier this week, called the Lord Discordant, something like that. So that's a new character type. I think there will be some new generic stuff brought in, and probably some new stuff that's linked to some of the legions or some of the Renegade chapters as well. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what sort of cool stuff they come up with. But definitely a good opportunity, and I'm pretty sure they will expand it, particularly because they've broken, like things like the Thousand Suns, for example, the Death Guard have been broken out from the Chaos Space Marines to have their own codex, to be their own army. So there are gaps to fill, is my thinking. Apologies for anybody who didn't understand any of that, because that was kind of a whole bunch of jargon.
I just accept it.
Nice. Mini Painting Studio also says something about the what's that, talking about the Chaos Commissar and Chaos Ogren that Games Workshop just showed off an expansion for Blackstone Fortress at Gamma as well. So more stuff coming there. So I think it's all going to be very exciting times over the next couple of months if you're a Games Workshop fan. Which is lucky, because I just happen to be
Games Workshop.
Games Workshop fan. So
They used to have one of those near my house when I was in high school. They got rid of it, but it was there for a really long time, and it was super fun because it was set up so that everyone painting or playing could watch out the windows as everyone walked by.
Was that at White Marsh?
Yeah.
Right, yep.
I sold
the
cupcakes
avenue.
there.
Oh, cool.
For to help fund my school's anime club.
Nice.
I walked in and I was like, "Hey, can I sell cupcakes here?" And the guy goes, "Yes," without even like asking about anything.
Right.
He was just like, "Yes, you can sell cupcakes here." And then I was like, "Are you like the manager?" And he goes, "No." But I will go get that man. And he brought some other guy out, and he's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, "I'd like to sell cupcakes here for my school's anime club." And he goes, "Yep, you can definitely give us all the cupcakes you'd like."
Yep. Cool.
And we sold, we made over like $1,000 selling cupcakes to gamers, so.
Nice. Yep.
Because Anime Club was also the video gaming club and the board gaming club. And
Right.
it was the nerd club.
Excellent.
Oh, hey, Josh is here.
Oh.
Sup?
Hey, Josh. Welcome. Hopefully Josh is in his office, because when I walk back past, I want to check out. He had a huge box just outside of his office with some very interesting words. There was like the Jabba's sail barge written on it. So I'm very curious about that. I want to find out what it looks like. Well, I know what Jabba's sail barge looks like, but I'm going to see what this is in this huge box marked Jabba's sail barge.
So, here's an interesting question for you.
Yep.
What do you do whenever there's like half a shoe that you can see, but it's way in there?
But it's way in the back and you can't get to it?
Yeah, and he's like posed to where he's walking, and I feel like I stick the paintbrush.
Right.
Yeah. What's your best tips for that? I
It
feel
can
like
be
that's
kind of tough. So you're talking about this part of the shoe in here?
Yeah, like it's visible enough to where you'd want to paint it, but it's
But it's tucked right in there.
It's tucked in there, yeah.
I guess the question is this going to be sort of the final color for the blue, or are you going to sort
no,
of shade
I'm
that down a little bit?
darker blue, yeah.
Okay.
Darker.
What I'd do is I'd go for, I'd mix that darker blue, and then I'd probably mix a little bit more black into it, so it's even darker, and then paint that in to the shadows there.
Ah.
So you're painting on the shadow, you're accentuating that, what is already a shadow because of the way light falls, but you're accentuating that with some darker paint.
Excellent.
That's what I would suggest, and go with that, which I think would work quite well.
I like that idea. Also because it makes it easier for me.
Yep, that's another reason I would approach it like that. If I was painting it, it would make it easier
Josh
for me.
says those things are no joke.
Yeah, huge boxes. So you see here, I've painted all of the silver metallics. So now I'm going to quickly run over those with some Agrax Earthshade wash. Took a little bit of extra shadow, but I'm going with the Agrax Earthshade, the brown, rather than with the black, because I want it to be a little bit sort of grimy and dirty as well. Because I have a feeling that this sort of huge demon-possessed thing isn't super into making sure his guns are polished.
You don't know, maybe he's a clean freak.
He might be. But I think he might, if he was, he'd be sort of ostracized from the Chaos Space Marine community. Too much time spent cleaning. Should be out there killing.
That would be a hilarious character.
Actually, it would be pretty fun. So, and we've mentioned before, like talking about when I lick my brush to keep the point on it.
Yeah.
I need to remember not to lick it after using a wash. Because the Agrax Earthshade is just.
Our wash is gross.
tastes-
Do they not taste good?
They do not taste good. They don't. It's kind of
I'm
disappointing.
gonna get you some like essential oils to
Not to mix into them.
mix into your paint.
No. That would definitely not work for these. They might smell better, but I wouldn't be able to actually paint with them, I don't think.
No vanilla bean wash.
See, that sounds awesome. But it's just not going to work, I don't think.
Byron says, I have a bunch of R5D4 minis. After they've been painted, how do I protect the painting?
What's that? Oh, okay. It's a couple of different ways, but mostly it's variations on varnish. You can buy paint-on varnishes if you wanted to do that. I think I have one sitting on the side here. Yep. So I have like a Vallejo matte varnish here, which you can paint onto the miniatures once you're done. That'll give a nice protective coat. Or there are a couple of companies that make matte varnish sprays. So Games Workshop makes one, the Army Painter makes one, in the Anti-Shine matte varnish.
How does hairspray work?
And hairspray would work, but I think it, for some reason, I'm feeling it would be a little bit thinner than, it would end up a little bit thinner than the spray varnishes.
Yeah,
Sort of specifically
just curious. It was
sort of
like
formulated.
the be-all, end-all hack of art school. So I was like, oh, I wonder how this would...
Yep. I think it would work, but I'd be worried about its durability.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And I mean, I could be completely sort of reversed on that. It might be that it's going to work a lot better. But yeah, so the spray varnishes, who else makes them? I think Vallejo make a spray varnish. But yeah, that's what I'd do. Typically I'd use either the Army Painter matte varnish or the GW Munitorium varnish, I think is the one, what they call it now. But both of those give a good matte sort of finish. Actually, the Munitorium, I tell a lie, the Munitorium is a little bit more like a matte / satin kind of finish. But that's how I'd approach that. Grab yourself some varnish. Oh, and there's one that I always forget because I never use it, but I know that a lot of people do like it, is testers. So I think Carl's talking about that and possibly a couple other people are talking about that in the chat. Testers Dull Coat varnish. Typically comes in a smaller can. The can's probably about this sort of tall. Put that maybe the height of the spinner here. But that's also a popular one. Big thing for spray varnishes is you're going to make sure it's not too humid when you're spraying. If it's very humid, you'll get a lot of frosting on your miniature. So
that's cool. I didn't even know that.
The varnish will turn, like you'll get patches where it's basically turns white. So, yeah, be sort of super careful about that. It's very tough for us here in Maryland because most of the year hovers around 90% humidity. And the rest of the year is where it hovers around 100%.
You know, when my mother first came up here, she was like, "Isn't it great? There's no humidity."
Yep. But there is.
Chris says hairspray is great to do a chipping effect.
Yep. I'm trying to remember how to do that
cool.
chipping effect with hairspray. I know I have done it, but I probably did it about 6 or 7 years ago.
Also, fun chipping effect, use your fingers.
Use your fingers to wipe them off.
And just touch all the paint you've been working so hard on.
That can also work. Good job.
Well, you know, it should look a little weathered anyways, I guess.
Yes. Yes, it should. Where is it? And all the colors I was going to use except for one. There we go. And now it sounds like this might be empty.
Oh, no.
I know. Tell me about it. Let's see. Not quite. Go along and start painting the... Surprisingly enough, there aren't a lot of skulls on this model.
Or are they usually more scully?
They are usually more scully.
As opposed to moldery?
Exactly. But, yep, the Games Workshop models are usually festooned with skulls. But this one has a lot of spikes, sort of like little horns, and a lot of teeth actually on it, which are pretty crazy. But they're sort of tucked in and around. Obviously, there's a lot of teeth around this big sort of more on the chest. But there we go. Just dab those in there. How do you think that's going over there, Gretchen?
It's definitely going.
It's all looking good.
I can just use my fingers to get that kind of metalling aging effect.
Right.
It's all good.
Yep.
I'm gonna get a darker blue, go about a few more of the details with that darker blue,
right.
And then see about
getting some gold on it.
Getting some gold in there.
Nice.
See how that works.
I think that'll be good. The fun part now is going to be sort of moving all around the model and trying to find the little,
all the
teeth.
Oh.
These little teeth.
There's so many bits that I'm like, oh, that's a piece I didn't understand.
Right.
I was before, like, he has this holster there, and I was trying to peek through. I was like, okay, what is like the straps holding the holster on? What is the metal bits peeking through?
Right.
What is, we're just gonna say it's these things and hope no one looks too close.
I think a lot of it comes down to how you paint it. If you paint it well, you can sell it well. It's all good.
Goats are in the chat. These Chaos Boys must be rich. They's covered in teeth.
They are. I wonder if they were taken from.
Irons, use your fingers. Listen, finger painting is a legit form of art.
It is. That's why they teach it to you first.
Is that a fact?
It's so that it's a fundamental. That's what I think.
When all else fails, finger paint.
Finger paint, yep. One of my friends, James Wapple, sometimes in some of the painting classes that he runs, if he's getting a lot of questions from people about, oh, what brush do you use, or what brush should I use for that, or this, whatever, he'll actually go around the class and take the brushes away from everybody and make them paint with their fingers, paint miniatures with their fingers.
That would be fun. That would be a really fun episode.
It would be fun. Yeah.
See that episode?
It'd be frightening. I haven't done it myself. But,
something you haven't done.
Oh, there's a lot of things I haven't done.
We get a
What are you
leg up
talking about?
on Dave, the mini painter here.
Oh, you say if we all did it together, we'd all be starting from the same place?
Yeah.
Yep. And that's why it would be fun, particularly for you guys. So we should do it. We're just going to work out which minis we'll use. Who wants to suggest some minis that we could use for our finger painting episode? Who would like to do
And
that?
it goes silent.
Silent.
I think that'd be challenging. I like that.
Yep. It would be. It would be great.
I also think it'd be fun to have someone in the chat pick out what colors we were allowed to paint with.
Oh, sort of
for
as
an
we were
episode,
going?
Yeah.
Or we
Or
had
just for
like...
an episode.
Oh, for an episode? Okay. Yeah.
Like restricted palette and go.
It'd be cool if it was like you have this paint for the next 5 minutes.
Ah, yeah.
And then you have to switch to a different one.
That would be fun.
I think I know which one Josh would pick out for me. Josh from Mini Painting Studio. He would pick out Cavalry Brown.
Is there a...
Yeah, he thinks that I don't like Cavalry Brown because I never use it.
I sense some tension with Cavalry Brown.
Cavalry Brown?
Finger...
No tension at all. I love it.
Let's see. Michael says, after the finger painting, maybe we can have a nap. I want a nap. Byron says trees. Carl says finger paint the Whiz Kids dinos.
Oh,
that would be fun.
Yeah, good call.
Byron says skeletons. I think that's too easy.
Finger painting skeletons?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the dinosaurs idea.
I do like the dinosaurs idea.
No, I knew you would like that. But they're like, it's a large enough canvas to get something sort of fun happening, rather than just ruining a miniature. Perfectly good mini.
All right. We're getting the wrap it up sign.
Oh, we're getting the high sign? Oh my goodness. Check that. Oh wow, it is 3 o'clock already.
Yeah.
How did that sneak up on us? That's crazy. Okay. Well, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Sorry we didn't have any new photos to show from the Painting Happy Little Minis group, but I blame...
That means put some more up, guys.
I blame
Come on.
Facebook and its problems yesterday.
Do it.
I couldn't upload any photos at all yesterday.
I don't know what these...
I couldn't send them via Messenger. It was terrible.
Maybe I just don't get online enough. I don't know. I didn't have these problems.
I waste a lot of my day. A lot of my day. But anyway. So, yep, thank you everybody for joining us. Ask everybody in the chat, if you aren't already a member of the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group, to head on over and join our Facebook group, become our friends. there. One of us will let you in after you make the request. And then you can start posting photos of models that you're working on, models you finished. We will show them on the screen during one of the live streams. And if you have any questions, there are plenty of people in there you can ask and get some great hints and tips from that. So I think that covers everything for us. Yeah, great. I think we'll Netflix, maple syrup, Chipotle. Yeah, there we go. We're done. Cool. So thanks very much for joining us for Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Dave.
And I'm Gretchen.
And we'll see you at the game store.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.